So we need a concept. We have data on one side and we have HTML on the other. And we want to connect those two things. We want whatever happens on one to affect the other and vice versa automatically without us having to do it manually. Well, that idea has actually been around in software development for a really long time. A concept called Model View Controller, or MVC. There's a slightly newer concept called Model View View Model, or MVVM. AngularJS doesn't exactly do either one of those, though. It does something called Model View whatever. That's actually what they call it. What does that mean? Well, suppose we have our model, which is our data, the thing that defines our data. In the case of JavaScript, let's say it's a variable, for example, a first name, my name. Then you have the view. That's the thing that people see, whatever the user interacts with. In the case of a web application, that's HTML. So that would be the view. And in this concept of model, view, and something else, the something else is something that ties, or the term that's used, binds the model and the view. The model and the view are bound. So whatever happens to the model automatically affects the view, and whatever happens in the view automatically affects the model, without us having to do it manually in code. Now the thing that binds them involves controllers or something called view models, which is a model specifically for that particular view, that particular screen. AngularJS doesn't really care what you call it because you can do it a few different ways, but the same basic structure is in place. A model and a view and something that binds them. And so we call what AngularJS is MV star, literally model, view, whatever. AngularJS has a thing that lets you bind your model, the data, the JavaScript, objects, and variables to the view, the HTML, or in reality the DOM, the document object model, the representation of the HTML in the browser's memory. So the objects and the data are connected to the thing that lets the browser paint or render onto the screen the web page. MV star. That's the concept. That's what AngularJS does. So we'll see some examples in just a little bit.